Hello everyone, this is Lapug of the Poke community. Today I will be showing you how to use the command apply movement and wait movement properly. But before we begin, I would like to show you some examples of apply movements. Great, now you know what the apply movements look like. Now let's go ahead and make one ourselves. So go ahead and open up your XSE program, and I already have my ROM selected. I'm using a Pokemon Emerald ROM that has been expanded to 32 megabytes. The offset I've chosen to use is an expanded offset, so if you want to follow along, make sure that you expand your ROM. So as you can see, I already have the basic stuff in here, the lock, face player, and a message box which says bye. So I will initiate the apply movement now after those basic components. So go ahead and type your apply movement, and then the next thing it says for you to do is the people number to use. Go ahead and if you want to do this in hexadecimal, you'll start out with 0x, and you will go to your advanced map and select the overworld sprite that you are using. So I'll be using this one, and right here you can see that the person event number says 18. So in order to use that number, I would have to go over here to where it says decimal, make sure you have the number 18, then click hex, and you'll see it says 12, and then we would put 12 right here. Next thing it says is pointer to movement data. Go ahead and make up a pointer. So I'll go ahead and just name it walk. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and write wait movement 0x0. Now you want to go ahead and make your movements. Go ahead and using a text file, I personally have one. I'll go ahead and post the link to download this in the description below, but it's easy to have on the side and easy to refer to. So I'm just going to have it to where when you click on the overworld sprite, it jumps up twice, which will be raw 0x0c. You want to make sure to always type raw for these, or go ahead and copy and paste the commands like I just did. And when you're done, you want to make sure you end the movement with raw 0x-fe. And I'll end the walk movement, and then it'll go ahead and continue with the script. If you do not include this FE, then you're going to have it to where the script just freezes and nothing happens. Now we're done. Let's go ahead and compile our script and insert it into our game. Make sure you have the correct overworld sprite selected, the one that was for the 18, and then go ahead and paste it there. Go ahead and open up your ROM and test it out. And as you can see, it jumps twice downwards. This shows a good example of how movements can go bad. You want to make sure that when you plan out your apply movements that you do it correctly so that things like this don't happen. Now I'm going to show you how to apply a movement to the player. So instead of the overworld sprite jumping down, we're going to go ahead and keep the same movement, but this time have it to where the player jumps down. So the player is known as Foxtrot, Foxtrot. So go ahead and just type 2 F's, and that's what you'll use if you want to move the player every time. And then go ahead and insert it into your game and see if it works. And there you go. You can also group movements together, so if you have an apply movement for yourself, if you decided that you want the overworld sprite to also move with you, you can also do that. So the overworld sprite is 18. So another neat trick you can do is if you don't want to convert it to hex, you can just type 18 without the 0x in front. And then go ahead and insert it. And we'll see that we both jump. Now if you want it to where the player jumps or the overworld sprite jumps first or whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and use multiple weight movements as well. And in this case, we'll have it to where the player jumps first and then the girl will jump. So we see the player jumps first and then the girl jumps. Player jumps first and then the girl jumps. Another neat ability to use with the apply movements is the move camera effect. So for Emerald, go ahead and type special 0x116 and 0x117. And what these two specials do is they start it to where you are controlling the camera rather than the player. And 117 is what cancels that effect. So we'll go ahead and type apply movement, move camera. Make sure you type it like how I did. If you, however, do not want to type it that, you can go ahead and open up the STD file. And then if you scroll down, you can see that the move camera definition is 0x7f. So you can either type move_camera in all caps, or you could type 0x7f. It's really up to you. I personally like to use move camera because it's easier to remember. And then go ahead and do the same movement or whatever movement you want to do. And once you have your move camera, you want to go ahead and make sure that you're not using any effects that'll have a shadow on the ground, because you are using the camera, but it'll still show a player effect. So go ahead and use a movement to like step up, step left, whatever you want to do. So it's as simple as making sure you select the right movements, whereas 90 is sliding left diagonally facing up, meaning you go upwards and to the left, and slide right diagonally facing down means you slide down and facing right. So that way that you return back to the player. And here we see the diagonal effect where we are going up and coming back down, so that we do not mess up the camera of our player. Once the script is done, we resume playing as the player. And that's it for the apply movement command. In the next video I will show you all of the movement commands and a visual effect so that you know what each of them look like, as well as what raw movement they correspond to, so that you can easily see what's going on and then apply it to your script. I hope this was helpful. As always, leave feedback, let me know what I can do to improve your situation to make you a better scripter. Thank you for watching.